Hello guys and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we'll be deliberating on masturbation. I promise you, this is one activity that you can stop today and your life will absolutely change. The main problem is that this is an activity that is not really frowned upon by the society. The doctors encourage you to even do this activity. They tell you to masturbate because it helps you with your prostate cancer. They egg on the guys to do this activity. They also preach it to the women. They say it helps you discover your body. So this conundrum has actually egged a lot of people into this destructive habit. Nowhere in the Bible is masturbation explicitly forbidden. If you actually check it, there are sins in the Bible that are clearly forbidden, like stealing, like lust, but masturbation isn't outrightly. So there are still ongoing arguments about whether it's a sin or not. Science eggs you on to masturbate at least once a week to reduce your chances of prostate cancer, and they also egg the women on to masturbate to find out more about their body for sexual pleasure and all these things. Today we're going to break down how masturbation is subtly destroying you on the inside. First, without further ado, I am a believer in science, and science has still not found a single negative effect of masturbation. Before we get into its effect, let us first understand how it starts. Now, the average person is exposed to porn at the age of 11. Watching this, you can comment when you first saw pornography, but the statistics does show that the average person is exposed to porn at the age of 11, and it even gets worse as we get older. 93% of boys have viewed porn before they turned 18. That number drops to 63% for the women, and so lots of guys and a significant amount of women grow up watching porn, and then this sometimes can develop into being an addiction. Sexologists have reported that it's a very common thing for you to have a porn addiction, a masturbation addiction, and not even realize it because it is so normalized. Everybody masturbates. It's normalized, but it's not supposed to be normal. Obviously, because a lot of us lack sex education growing up, there's a high chance your parents didn't call you at 11 years of age and tell you about sexual things. No. Chances are you first got exposed to sexual things via porn. Those are the chances. That is what the statistics are saying. I don't know. Can you tell me when was the first time you got exposed to? So was it like actual physical, or like it was porn, or like what was your first encounter? With the men, it actually taints your idea of sex and human bodies. Let me break it down. So that's one of the biggest effects of pornography, because your first encounter for sexual kinikon is from porn. You don't actually have a realistic view on what sex is, on what human bodies are, on the realistic or the actual natural way bodies are. There was a poll taken with 500 straight couples. 50% of the men thought their dicks were small or were not big enough. 80% of their partners were happy with their dick size. And you're like, where are these men thinking like you are on porn sites watching massive cocks and thinking that's the normal size? No, it's not. You're on porn sites watching like women doing all these backflips and front flips. That is not it. You are seeing models that are becoming like this thing. They are built for viewing pleasure. That's not the realistic average woman's body. Even the dicks you're seeing, it's not the average size. Don't trust porn, bro. It was made by actors, you dumb shit. So the average length of penis is actually 5.1 to 5.5 inches when it's hard, not soft there. And 3.61 inches when soft. Obina, your dick no small on average. Calm down. This is the key I learned when I was researching about porn. I think it affects men's views on bodies, even their bodies. And I know it's more profound in society when we talk about how it affects women, how they view women's bodies, and what they think is the idealistic woman's body. But it also affects how they view their bodies, which was very shocking when I found out. But so because of pornography, if you keep watching this, you start at 11, 12, you don't know what you're doing, you're a child, but you pick this up and you start watching it, and then you start watching it a lot. You carry it into your adulthood, and this shapes the way you look at women, even shapes the way you perceive you perceive your own body as well. You see guys that always want to remake what they see in porn. My brother in Christ, it's not realistic. That film that they ask for there, why they try me remake film? Want to remake porn? It's not. I mean, you know how far those niggas have gone just to get. I don't think, but I was even reading a story on Twitter the other day. They said that waxing spots are no longer taking men, and it's like, why are waxing spots no longer taking men? It's very obvious. It's because men are over sexualizing everything. Guys, everything is a porn scenario for them. And seem like I'm focusing on the men here because this actually affects the men more. Men watch porn 4 times as frequently as women. Plus, this is the breakdown of Pornhub visitors according to gender. So as you can see, there is a pre-existing pattern here. Even among all the countries, men are visiting porn sites significantly more than women at a higher rate. Already shows you this is a predominantly, I mean, it affects women, but it also affects men significantly more. So even if there are other effects of porn, which I'll talk about in my next video on this, the effects of pornography, the key effects that I want to talk about here is the effect of how it affects your perception of women's bodies, and funny enough, perception of your own body. You're not confident because you've been seen, because porn has given you a false view.
It's an image, wallahi, it's a false image.
And it makes you over-sexualize everything. Everything is a sexual scenario or a potential sexual scenario. It just fucks up, the way you see sexuality, bodies, perception of a lot of scenarios. A lot of guys cannot even sleep on the same bed with girls because girls will be sleeping, they want to creep on girls and touch girls when they're sleeping. It's because you are seeing that scenario a lot in porn. You grew up watching that scenario in porn. It intrigues you. So when you see a girl sleeping on the bed, you want to remake that porn. But brother, you're about to rape a young woman. Oh, you're abusing her. That's porn also. Porn all eggs all those type of mentality on. Those crazy weird mentalities. Bro, do you know the scenarios porn creates in men's head? If you actually consume porn a lot, it creates some crazy scenarios. Not gonna lie, it does create some crazy scenarios. For the next video I'm talking about how porn kills your reward system, which is actually what makes you very motivated and goal oriented in life. So drop porn today and start looking at sex from a realistic point of view. Thank you and God bless. Thank you guys for watching this video. Like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Thanks and God bless. Abianto.